All right, good evening, you guys. I'm really excited about this because this is something I've gotten really into and something that I'll be able to help a lot more with since I'm doing a couple of different trainings on, ads and stuff as well. So I'm going to become proficient, just like Brianne, with running like pages and ads and everything. So what I want to start with, I want to talk to you guys today about attracting clients using the law of attraction and being yourself, and how being yourself is actually way better than trying to look at one of our top coaches in the Beachbody community and just mirroring them. You know, how being you is actually not only obviously more fun, but it is actually proven to be much more lucrative for you and your business. And you're going to have fun. Like, you're going to say like, oh my gosh, like, I get to work with some of my best friends that I am so excited to be around every single day. And so a couple people, some say it's like secrets of the law of attraction, but to me it's like 5 laws of the law of attraction. So first, I wish I had slides, but I don't have any slides for you guys. But so number 1, I want you guys to consider the fact that positive language helps you manifest what you want. And I really believe this. At first I used to think, oh my gosh, like folklore, whatever, like that doesn't affect anything. But it comes down to the cellular level. And how do I know this? First of all, I'm a nurse and I know the power of positivity. My aunt is an oncologist, and she has said, we're both very medical minded. So we like to see facts and figures, right? And there have been instances in both my practice, in the clinical setting, as well as my aunt's practice in terms of like cancer research. She deals with bone marrow specifically. There have been instances where we have both agreed that there have actually been medical miracles, and it comes from people who are not necessarily religious, but incredibly positive, good-hearted people. Whether that positivity comes from you reading a Bible, or you reading something from John C. Maxwell, or Tony Robbins. I was about to say Tony Horton. Tony Robbins. You know what I mean? Like, wherever that positivity comes from, I don't care. But the positive language and what you say to yourself helps you manifest what you want in your body and in your life. So, for example, instead of telling your kids like, don't jump on the couch, say, please sit down. So instead, and that's become a thing in schools now. You'll notice that teachers, they don't say don't do that or no. They say, for example, when I was, at Jack's school, the little one that I watch, instead of telling him not to do something, they said, I fear you'll hurt yourself if you do this. And then they intervene really quickly. And so they don't say, Jack, don't do that. They say, I fear you're going to get hurt. And they say it really quick, and they like move him from whatever. Like, I don't remember what had happened, but I just remember the language in which they spoke and how that really is important. And the fact that it has now been proven to the point where they are having teachers incorporate that into, teaching children's lives. So instead of saying, I'm not losing weight, say something like, I'm proud of myself for eating healthy foods today and making good choices. Or instead of saying the weather sucks today, which a lot of people have said recently, at least in California, because the weather, it's been really rainy, I can't wait for another beautiful day. Just the small changes in your mindset and the positive way that you speak to yourself outwardly, as well as, in your own head to yourself, that negative self-talk. So number 1. Number 2 is, a conscious reaction should be, yes, sorry. I'm on a call. Oh. Conscious creation should be easy. If you're working, at all, then you're working too hard. So to me, that means if you feel like you're working, then that's going to come off in your business. You want to get into a habit of creating easily and effortlessly one thing you can do and take advantage of the wish opportunities like shooting stars and wishing wells. So what's nice about wishing opportunities is that they're quick and we don't spend, too much effort on them. So we want to put them out there and move on about our day. And then that's how the law of attraction works. So like talking to yourself, again, that kind of comes back to that self-talk, so you want to like constantly flood your life with positive things, and make sure that if you feel like you're working, then this business isn't fun, so I wanted to make a point of saying like this, if you're not having fun with this, then what is the point? I make sure that I totally feel every single post that I do. And if some days, let's say I'm not feeling it, like if it's I wake up on the wrong side of the bed, like we are not expected to have perfect days every single day. I know a coach that is 27 years old, and I've mentioned her before, and she's going through, she had a total hysterectomy because she has ovarian cancer. And so she has shared her ups and her downs, and the fact that even though she's not feeling well because of her chemotherapy, she is continuing to flood her mind with positivity, and she refuses to let up on that. And that is incredibly important. So, good conscious creators allow themselves to dream big. And this is part of, doing dream building and, creating a vision board and making sure that your vision board is not, about like losing weight, about doing, putting things in a negative connotation on your vision board. You want just the goals that are out there, no matter how big they are. And don't limit yourself, because first of all, what fun is that? If you're going to put, well, I'm not really going to be able to host a national wake up call. And I'm using that as an example because that's on my vision board. I'm not really going to be able to host a national wake up call. If I think about it logically, it's just not going to happen this year. It doesn't matter. That'll carry over to next year. But if I don't put it on my vision board and think about it constantly to help fuel me, on those bad days when I'm like waking up on the wrong side of the bed or whatever, or I'm stressed or things are going, however which way, it helps, it takes things out of that perspective, and you want to keep your goals in perspective constantly. And that is what will help fuel you and fuel that want to read some more of your personal development so that you can just be inspired that day. So limitations kill dreams. That's number 4. So limiting beliefs they're popular. Limiting beliefs are popular. They're like the popular kid in school. They're not that great, just like popular kids in school. They're not that great. They're mean. They put down others. They're selfish. And they're just not okay. And that's how you need to treat them. You ignore the popular kids in school because, at least, well, this is just me. I was not a popular kid in school. So you ignore the popular kids in school. So I'm ignoring those limiting beliefs. I am going to ignore them and act like they are the plague. They are not my problem. My problem is my goals, not my limiting beliefs. And I'm not going to allow those to affect my day. I just simply will not. I will not allow it. And having that confidence in that is so freeing, that like it is not going to affect my day. I'll read an extra book. I will put my phone down and go to the barn and just go see my horse and not think about it. So for example, like leave the details to the universe, small details throughout your day, and let it decide how your dreams will unfold. And manifestations can come to you in, different ways. And to me, like the universe knows the way around any of the limitations that you've decided in your brain. That is all happening in your head. That is not, what reality, that is your own problems that, for example, the wake-up call, I'll go back to that. That's a limiting belief of my own. Who knows what the universe has planned, or who knows what will unfold this year. That is for me to just put my head down, work as hard as I can, lead with my heart, and what will unfold will unfold. So how you feel is the most important factor. And that is so true. And that is part of why, half of the vital behaviors that we are told have to do with us, because we are what, first of all, like we are what matter most in our lives. Like we need to, and I always use this as an example, and I always will, needing to put your own mask on when you're they always tell you when you're on an airplane, like please, if you have a child, put on your own oxygen mask before you can put on your child's. And I love that so much. It is applicable to anything in life. When you're feeling depleted, you cannot effectively help your child, help your coaches, help your challengers if you cannot help yourself or your family friends. I've got those. You just can't. So, spend time engaged in your hobbies, listen to music that makes you smile. If you wake up in the morning and it vitalizes you to listen to a personal development podcast, do that. If when you first wake up, it vitalizes you to listen to some of your favorite music, then do that instead. There's no right way to do any of that. There's no right way to make you first. That is the best part of this. There is no right way to make you first. It's what you feel puts you first and what really energizes you. So I have an assignment for you guys, as promised. I wanted to go over some of those, like secrets to the laws of attraction. So I want you to get out a piece of paper, if you guys don't already have one out, and I want you to draw a line down the middle. So lengthwise, you're going to draw a line down the middle. And at the top, if you like titles, I like titles and I like highlighting stuff, put my ideal client. I'll take a sip as you all take a moment to do that. So on the left side, I want you to put people that you don't want. So just title, put a little, asterisk on the side. So here's what I did. So here's my title, like my ideal client. I just put like people I don't want along the little side. Okay. People I don't want. And I know that we always say flood with positivity, like I was saying, but you also want to be really clear about what you don't want. Even when we're talking about our business goals, like, well, I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. You know what I mean? So you really want to think about what you don't want. So for example, I'm going to read to you guys what I wrote to give you some ideas and start writing now. Okay. So on the left side, we're going to do what we don't want. I don't want someone who's lazy. I don't want to work with clients who aren't ready to change. I don't want to work with clients who don't see the value in Shakeology or the value of myself and what I bring to the table for them. I won't work with whiny, pathetic people. I got pretty detailed here. I'm just saying, like, I don't want people who are going to just constantly use excuses, constantly over and over again. You get one day of excuses, like if it's a bad day with kids, whatever. But if you're telling me every single day, excuse after excuse, I don't want that. Bottom line. Clients that refuse to read personal development. I don't want clients who refuse to read personal development. I want clients that want to develop physically, mentally, and emotionally. They want to mature in all aspects, the trifecta. Clients that aren't willing to give the portion containers a try. Again, I'm getting very specific. I want clients that want to, that are open-minded enough to give that system a try. Even though people like Danielle Natoni, AKA Fit and Funky, for example, she doesn't eat grains, dairy, all that stuff. Well, technically the yellow boxes are grains. They can be grains, right? Well, that's her choice not to do that. But the point is, I know for a fact that she has given the portion control containers a try. She knows that she has portioned out her stuff correctly. You know what I mean? And she picks alternative options, for the yellow boxes, whether it's potatoes or another form of something else. You know what I mean? So, clients that don't want to make an emotional change in their journey. And that part of that goes with refusing to read personal development. Clients I can't see as coaching one day, which is true. I don't want clients that I can't see as being an inspiring, amazing person on my team. Clients I don't find to be inspirational. And I know, again, some of these can sound harsh and you don't have to share these with anyone else but yourself. I'm sharing them, but to help you guys, give you guys ideas. Clients who aren't willing to put the work in. So, clients that are refusing to meal prep or refusing to make themselves a priority. And my last one was a pathetic follower. So people who prefer to follow than lead. That's more what I meant with that one. So I don't want a client who doesn't want to lead, at least in a challenge group on their own, even if they're not interested in coaching. They are just naturally kind of leading the pack a little bit, even if this isn't an interest in their life. Because again, if all I have are a bunch of followers, then every single day they're going to wait for my post every day. They're going to wait for me to make the first move, as opposed to, let's say I have a death in the family. Let's say I've got stuff to do, then I don't want to worry every morning, like, oh my God, like nothing will happen in my challenge group or in my coach page if I am not present at 6 a.m. to start their day. I don't want that. So I hope that these gave you some examples. I hope you guys are writing as I'm talking. And then what I want you to do is I want you to turn those into positives, what you do want, so turn that in your head. So on the right-hand side, put what I do want. So for example, I wrote, I want clients who love, honor, and respect me. I want clients who value me. I want clients with a good work ethic. I want clients who love and value Shakeology. I want clients that are flexible and willing to try anything. I want clients with a positive attitude and are warm, sweet people. I want clients with big goals in their lives. And again, part of that goes with coaching. If wanting more for themselves, wanting more for their life. I want clients that want to make a physical, mental, and emotional change in their life. I want clients that are inspirational. I want women who are single or in a relationship. I want clients who are either a cat or a dog person. I'm willing to take either. Just simply animal lovers. I want clients that are animal lovers. That was the idea of that one. And I want clients that are a leader. And whether that's wanting to be a leader or already having natural leadership tendencies. So I've got an idea very specifically of who I want in my challenge groups and who I want on my team. And that is going to manifest itself. So I want you guys to consider that and think about when you're doing your posts on Facebook, a lot of times you're talking to the old people. And a lot of times what's on the left side of your paper are things that you used to be. I used to be really lazy. I used to avoid anything possible to not sweat. I didn't like feeling sweaty. So, I used to feel like I wasn't inspirational or I had nothing to offer anybody. I kind of was whiny and pathetic. I'm looking through my list as we're talking. I kind of was whiny and pathetic, whining about my life and making excuses constantly about why that gym membership didn't work out or why that class is at an inconvenient time for me in my life, and I used to be a follower. I used to be really comfortable being a follower. And then when I started coaching, I realized that I had a natural inclination to want to lead. And that's also what led to Synergy Alliance. Things were not going well in the coaching group that some of us were in, for people that don't know, but, and I just said, you know what, like something in me tells me I am needed to be a leader somewhere else. For people that don't want to be a part of whatever was going on in the old group, for people that want to focus and be forward and lead, So now that we have our list and we have an idea of exactly what we want to do, here's what we're going to do. We're going to set up positive affirmations, and you guys are going to read these to yourselves every day, no matter how crazy you yourself feel you are, or your husband or spouse or significant other feel that you're sounding. Okay. So I want you guys to say to yourselves, and you're going to write this down, I'll repeat it. I'm in the process of unfolding all that I need to do, know, or have to attract my ideal coaching clients. I'm in the process of unfolding all that I need to do, know, or have to attract my ideal coaching clients. Should I repeat it again? I'm in the process of unfolding all that I need to do, know, or have to attract my ideal coaching clients. So you're going to start with that. And then what I want you guys to do is make a series of positive affirmative sentences. Some of them are going to start with, I love knowing. And then the other set we're going to do is, it's so exciting. So I'm going to give you guys some examples. I love knowing that my high-end ideal coaching client is excited to start with me, sets up an initial one-on-one call as soon as possible, and honors that call, is nervous but excited to get started, and has already purchased a challenge pack. I love knowing that my ideal client is excited and ready to make a change in their life and are willing to put the work behind it to positively change their life. I love knowing that my ideal client and I are genuinely friends and I love spending time with her. I love knowing that my ideal client has so many similar interests as me, we could literally talk for hours. It's so exciting because my ideal client knows immediately that I am the right coach for them and are ready to trust in the process to reach their goals. It's so exciting to work with my ideal clients who are natural born leaders, and leading others from the front comes easily to them. I'm so excited to get little updates from my ideal clients on her breakthroughs, non-scale victories, barriers broken down throughout my week. So another sentence that I want you guys to, I'm going to take a sip while you ladies finish writing, because I see two of you vigorously writing. So and these are things you can turn over, and those will always change over time. But you want to start them with, I love knowing, and it's so exciting. So another sentence that I want you guys to write down and repeat also is, I love that the law of attraction is in the process of unfolding and attracting everything I need to make this happen. I'll repeat that. I love that the law of attraction is in the process of unfolding and attracting everything I need to make this happen. Now, if we lead from this, I have now seen it happen in the last few months in my business when I am posting me and what I'm feeling that day. And when I do voice to text and I just say what I want to say to someone, and then I can go back and edit whatever if Siri messes it up, because she's terrible sometimes. If I do that and I know that I'm talking to, the person I wanted to become when I was the old Catherine, when I'm talking to the old Catherines of the world, on my Facebook, or I'm connecting with someone privately and I'm talking to them, this is what I'm thinking to myself. Like, my energy is going to, affect them in some way, and that can be like, I remember feeling that so long ago. For example, when I left an old relationship that needed to end a long time ago, the first 2 weeks afterwards, I got comments from people at the stable like, Catherine, did you do something different with your hair? And I'm like, no, it's still in a ponytail like it is every day. And they're like, did you get a facial? Like, no, I still wear no makeup and do nothing to my face. No, I don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, I don't know, there's just something about you. And they were attracted to my energy. I was now uplifted and different. I was a changed person when I was released from that toxic environment and that toxic relationship. And people feel that and they vibe with that. They totally vibe with that. And we all say all the time, your vibe attracts your tribe. So love is the energy that creates worlds. So when we surround ourselves with love and positive affirmations, and we harness the law of attraction by knowing who we are, being confident in who we are as women, And this isn't going to be like a women empowerment call. I'm just saying, like, as women, because that's who we, most of us are, or men, whatever. You got that junk. That's totally fine, whatever. But, like, be proud of that. And, as a strong individual, and, we get through like Brienne's done Body Beast, like, oh my God, and like, oh my God, like Pamela's doing the Ultimate Reset. But before that, she was like not only doing workouts, but like teaching classes. So like physically demanding, like teaching classes, and then, and then doing her own workouts for her own personal journey. And Angela's like doing stuff at home, like having to manage more than just her life, and it's like, and then still making herself a priority and still saying, you know what, like, sure, I was at the VA all day, but I'm gonna like jump in on this Team Cup. I asked her, hey, like, do you want to do Team Cup? And she was like, yeah. Hey, what is it? Like, it was just like, yeah, like, definitely. Oh, wait, like, what did I just agree to? And like, that's what I want. That's what I want on my team. And that's why she's on my team. It's just that's what I did when I started. I'm like, sure, like, just say yes to everything and figure it out later. Like, woo, just do it. Like, so, and that sort of vigor that you guys all lead with is what's going to attract people to you. I can probably identify different people that are going to be attracted to both, and I'm using them because they're the ones live on the call. Angela, Brienne, and and Pamela. I can identify the person that's going to be attracted to them, and it's not me. You know what I mean? I'm not a mom. I'm not a military wife. I don't have, people in my life that are, passing away, and I haven't had as traumatic as, a childhood growing up, or even adult life growing up as some people, you know what I mean? Like, so that is specific to you, each and every single one of you, whether you're live on here or, listening to the recording later. And I'm thinking of everyone in our group is so special and so amazing that the law of attraction is literally guaranteeing that you will blow up your business and find people like you. And so I found this assignment and I did it myself and I love it. And, I think it's really, exciting. It's a fun thing to like decide what you don't want, which is always kind of fun. Like, oh God, I don't want that. I don't want that. And then deciding like, what do you really want? And thinking of, first of all, that'll help identify, things in yourself. Like, is there a couple qualities in yourself that you're still not quite happy with? Like, if I put lazy down, because I'm like, God, some days I don't like myself because I'm just lazy as shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just lazy, or, what do I want? I want clients who love, honor, and respect me because I love, honor, and respect myself. And I won't tolerate people who don't honor and respect me anymore. I used to, and it's not okay. It's not okay with me anymore. So you'll end up finding, when I did this, that I identified things that I wanted to also kind of still work on in my own life. But I also found that, God, I have come a long way. I have developed into a leader, as all of you, are either developed or developing. I mean, we're all still in the process of developing, but I wanted to make a physical, mental, and emotional change in my life. And I did, I'm making the physical, I'm making the mental and the emotional, and I feel it every single day. So I guess does anybody have any questions or have any comments or want to share stuff that they said? Okay. Well, thank you guys so much. I talk fast. I know it was a little bit of a quicker call. I get like really excited, as you can see. And I tried to give time. Does anybody want me to repeat any of the affirmations? Did you guys get all of it written down? Brianne?
I was going to say, maybe if you can, after you do the recording, can you put the law of attraction, the 5 things?
Yeah.
Because
I can put those down, and then those 2 sentences that I told you guys to specifically write down, I'll write those down as well. And maybe I'll put it in a file in the group. I'll put it in a file in Synergy tonight. Okay.
And did you have maybe a copy of the thing that you did, the exercise of my ideal client?
I'll post a picture of mine. That way everybody has an example. you know, of what I did. I literally read all of mine to you guys. But yeah, it is great. And, you know, a great author that talks about that is Vanessa Simpkins. I'll put her book in our file section of you know, but I'm getting like super into the law of attraction. So, and I find it like really fascinating, and it's fun. It just makes coaching and it makes our lives way more fun when we can, you know, I don't have a call with someone who I'm like, God, like this person signed up as my coach and like I totally don't vibe with them. So I'm going to try to force this uncomfortable conversation because I'm supposed to do one-on-one calls with her, you know, and I just, and it's weird, you know, as opposed to like, I get to call one of my best freaking friends ever, like every day, you know, I get to call all of them every day, you know, like just awesome. Or, you know, flying to New Orleans when we just booked our stuff, like I get to go see some of my best friends that I am super vulnerable with and that I love unconditionally. And Angela, you'll be in there too. So, you know, I just, it's such a great feeling, you know, and I can feel it with our team. And that's why I love our team so much. So thank you guys so much. And the recording will be up this evening for everybody. Have a good night.